Hi everybody, I'm back. Oh my goodness, I've been gone for so long. I feel so guilty about that, believe me. As most of you guys know, I moved. You can see I'm in a different area. Where I am now, I don't think I'm going to stay because you can see I kind of look weird. I'm like half-faced because there's a window on this side of me and just regular lighting on this side of me. I don't know where I'm going to set up and do videos regularly yet, but I wanted to get a video out to you guys today. I am so super busy. Ignore my dogs, please. I can't do anything in this house without them like clinging to me. I think it's because it's like such a big change for them also. We've been here a month, but they just aren't used to it yet. Yes, so the lighting's messed up in this video, but I really want to get a video out to you guys. It's been so long. You probably are like, where is she? Most of you know I moved, and then probably everybody knows about Hurricane Sandy hitting New Jersey. We were hit very hard in my area. I live in northern New Jersey. I actually live in the most northern county of New Jersey, but we still got hit very hard here. I didn't have power for a week. My parents didn't have power for 2 weeks. Everybody I know got hit pretty hard. In my town, a lot of people's houses were destroyed. The roofs were ripped off. There were trees straight through the house. It was horrible. So I needed some time to deal with that. My house, thank God, did not get any house damage to the actual structure. But my fence was destroyed in the back. I didn't have power for a week, so that was horrible because I had to throw out all my food in the fridge and the freezer, and that was quite a loss. But we're doing okay now. We're rebuilding up here, and the Jersey Shore is actually destroyed. Not all of it, but some places down there are annihilated. I know you guys probably know that, but it's a very sad situation. It's hard for me to talk about. I never thought that this would happen to me or here, and it's just sad. So that's all I'm going to say about that, pretty much. Moving was harder than I expected, only because our closing date got pushed. I kind of knew it was going to get pushed. Somebody else didn't believe it would get pushed, and it did. So we ended up being homeless for 2 weeks. We stayed in hotels, and it was absolutely horrible. I didn't sleep for 2 weeks. I'm a very late sleeper, and there was so much noise going on in hotels. Why do people like go to weddings and then they go back to hotels and get wasted and freaking run up and down the halls all night and scream? Like, grow up, you freaking assholes. I'm sorry. I know that's not a nice thing to say, but it was horrible. So that was really hard on me. That was the beginning of last month. That's what I was doing, and it was horrible. It was just terrible. And then we finally closed on the house, and it was hard to get settled in here. We figured we'd unpack and be done in a month, and no. We moved from a 3-bedroom, 1-level ranch to a 5-bedroom, 2-level, pretty much 2 living levels, 3 living levels because we have a finished basement house, and it's insanity. I'm actually going to do a tag video today for Charles, my friend, NinjaCthulhu, GLPawtucket. He did a Halloween tag during Halloween week, but I didn't have power, so I couldn't do it then. This is my first chance I get to do it. It's kind of a horror tag, Halloween tag, and I'm going to do that tag now because it's a good thing to get back into making videos instead of sitting here and trying to talk really quick while I wait for my friend to come. So you guys get the chance to see me, see what's going on, and I figured it would be fun. Yes, so Charles did this tag, and he usually does tags for me, but he did a tag for somebody else. He mentioned me in this video, so thank you for mentioning me and my absences, and he said she's probably moving and having a hurricane. And you were right, that's where I've been, and thank you for mentioning me. Yes, I'm going to do this tag now, and I tag everybody to do this tag. And do this tag because it's fun, even if it's not Halloween anymore. Who cares? Every day is Halloween for me. I missed Halloween this year, actually. We had Halloween on November 5th in New Jersey because of the hurricane, but I didn't know, and like I got trick-or-treaters at my door. We never got trick-or-treaters where we used to live, and they're like ringing my bell. I almost said they're knocking on my door, but they're ringing my bell. What the heck? And I'm like, these people want candy, but I had candy, so it was okay. Okay, so this is like the Halloween horror tag. The first question is, do you think it would be a tragedy or a blessing if Bigfoot never got recognized as a living species by human science? So I think me and Charles have different views on Bigfoot, but that's okay because that's what makes life fun. I think it's very possible that Bigfoot exists. I just, why not? I just think that if he does, he's very good at hiding himself, or he's an interdimensional creature. It's a possibility. And I actually think it would be a tragedy if humans found him, because they would obviously take him, study him, probably murder him and his family, to do autopsies on him, disturb him from his habitat. It wouldn't be good. I think that he belongs where he lives. Like most animals and creatures in the world, us humans are pig-headed and we will destroy them. So if you see a Bigfoot and you're out hunting, don't shoot Bigfoot. Just leave Bigfoot alone. Bigfoot belongs in the woods. If he exists. I'm not saying he does because I don't know, so, Number 2, I have to think about for a little bit, but which monster would you most like to be devoured by and least like to be devoured by, and why? So the most like to be devoured by, I'd like to be devoured by a werewolf because I think it would be quick and easy. Wolves have a tendency to go for the throat and kill you fast. So that's why. Just very nice and easy, so Wolf Knight, don't kill me. Just because I said I'd like to be killed by a werewolf doesn't mean I want to be. Least devoured by? A zombie. I hate zombies. I would feel like they would get on you and pick at you little by little and bite you, and oh, that's terrifying. I freaking hate zombies. I used to watch zombie movies when I was little with my dad. I mean, my dad didn't care. Back then, they didn't censor their children as much as they do now, so I was exposed to it, and I mean, yay, whatever. I wasn't scared. Well, I was scared, but I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna have nightmares now. But it's just the whole idea of them coming at you all at once and picking at you, and oh, it's terrifying. No zombies. Number 3 is, what do you think of modern horror films? Are they scary and entertaining, or lacking in plot and true scariness? What makes for a good scary movie, in your opinion? Some modern horror films are absolutely good, and actually I like modern horror films that most people don't like. I'm a big fan of Sam Raimi. I love Drag Me to Hell. I love the one that just came out. Was it called The Possession? Oh my god, let me look that up. I don't know. Yes, The Possession. I love that movie. Most people don't like his work, but I do. I liked, what else was that? I like M. Night Shyamalan. He does kind of horror movies, but they're kind of whimsical, fantastical kind of movies. I like M. Night Shyamalan, even his more recent stuff where most people are like, oh, this movie sucks. I like him. A lot of people are like, The Sixth Sense was good, The Signs was good, and then from there he just went downhill. I like that kind of stuff. So, I think as Charles said, I like the movies that kind of make you think instead of just deliver the blood and gore and the chopper-uppers. Although I like blood and gore and chopper-upper movies, I do like the movies that make you think, like those movies. Most modern horror movies are shit. I'll admit that. I see them and I'm like, this is not scaring me, this is not scaring me, this is not scaring me. I did like Paranormal Activity. I loved Paranormal Activity 2 and 3. I heard 4 was crap, so I didn't see it yet. And a movie I just saw, Sinister, scared the living shit out of me. Honestly, guys, I know I'm saying shit a lot, but I'm sorry. But that movie was scary. A lot of people didn't like it and they thought it was crap and they thought it was like Hollywood's bad take on Slender Man. I didn't see that. That wasn't Slender Man. But that movie was freaking scary and twisted and sick, and it was all rolled into one, and oh. Number 4 is, what did you think of the Blair Witch Project? Scary or not? I saw the Blair Witch Project in theaters when it came out. Yes, I'm that old. I liked it in theaters the first time I saw it. Clover's coming in if you hear her. I thought it was pretty scary. Hi, what did you think of the Blair Witch Project? What did you think? Do you have an opinion of the Blair Witch Project? Do you have an opinion of it? What did you think? Oh, that's what you thought. So, what I thought of the Blair Witch Project is when I first saw it, I really loved the movie. It scared the crap out of me. It was a lot of jump scaring, so a lot of loud noises and jump out at you kind of stuff. And that's okay sometimes. A lot of the time that's what modern horror movies are about, and that annoys the crap out of me. But the Blair Witch Project was genuinely scary. It's a well thought out plot. I really liked it. Second time I saw it, I was like, oh, this isn't that good. But I think the first time you see it, it's really good. I think a lot of people's opinion on that movie is the same. Okay, number 5 is if your friends or family set you up to be terrified on hidden camera in a punk TV show, would you laugh or be angry? Okay, my friends and family know to get me, they're gonna have to get like backwoods yokel, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Hills Have Eyes type deals. I would be absolutely pissed off because it's not just, oh, I'm scared. It's I will be screaming, crying, kicking, clawing to get out of that scenario. So that's my dogs, guys. I don't have a demon in the corridor. I would be pissed off at first. I'd probably laugh about it later in a few months, maybe a year. But don't you ever do that to me, guys. Ever. Like, oh, that'd be so bad. Like, could you imagine that? Having to set that up? Like, they'd have to, like, kidnap me, throw me in a car, all tied up and gagged, and then drag me to, like, a barn somewhere and tie me up and pretend they're gonna chainsaw me to death. That's freaking horrible. No. But I'd laugh about it eventually. Number 6, did you ever receive a trick-or-treat candy that had been maliciously tampered with, razor blades inserted, etc.? No, but growing up, we used to trick-or-treat with pillowcases, and we used to fill those things, let me tell you. And before we could eat it, we'd have to go home and dump it out on the floor in the living room, and we had to go through each piece, and my mom went through it with us and make sure that nobody tampered with our candy. Nowadays, my son gets his candy, he can eat it as he's going down the street for all I care because I trust people too much. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I'm a bad mother because of that, but I never got anything like that. I did hear that the whole razor blade in the apple was like an urban legend thing, but I wouldn't doubt people do tamper with candy like that. People are assholes, so, you know, here's that word again. Number 7 is, in your youth, was there a neighborhood haunted house? Describe it. Is there one in your area now? I lived in a neighborhood haunted house, guys. Like, honestly, I would be on the bus going home from school, and I sat with this girl for like a year or two because she came and went really fast. She was one of those girls, and one day I was getting, like, they dropped me off, and she's like, look at that big scary haunted house on your street. And it wasn't even a street, it was my driveway coming off the highway. And I'm like, yes, that's a scary haunted house, isn't it? Pretending I didn't, like, live there because I was embarrassed. But yeah, she said that, and she's like, and then she went to school and she told everybody, she's like, Emma has a scary haunted witch house on her street. And I'm like, shit. And then eventually the kids on the bus was like, that's not her street, that's where she lives. And she was like, oh my god. She's like, how can you live there? That's so scary. It's not really scary, it's just an old, you know, Victorian farmhouse type deal, but I guess some kids weren't used to seeing a house like that, so she thought it was a scary haunted witch house. Also, in my town, there's a mansion called the Colby Mansion. That's an urban legend type house, and it said that the guy that used to live there, way back in the day, Colby, went crazy from the fumes from the factory in the back. I think they manufactured shoes there, maybe. I can't think of it right now. He went crazy, and he cut the heads off of all of his family, lined them up on the fireplace, killed himself and his wife. It was totally an urban legend, never really happened, but growing up, we thought that really happened. It was haunted. The mansion was like abandoned, fallen down, and, you know, people would go there and dare each other to run down the driveway and touch the mansion, but there were signs posted that if you did that, you'd be shot with a salt gun. Not an assault gun. I know I talk fast because I'm from Jersey, but a salt gun, like salt pellets that would hurt you but not kill you. And so nobody ever really did it, but now the mansion's actually a bed and breakfast. So it's rebuilt up in bed and breakfast, and they never really lined the heads up on the fireplace, but there are graves back in the backwoods behind that house, which is pretty cool. Okay, number 8. If you were alive back during the Salem witch trials and you were accused of being a witch, would you protest innocence, even if it meant being hung, or plead guilty in hope of being let off from being hung? Back then, I'd probably, I don't know. I'd probably protest innocence. I mean, if I'm the same person that I am now, I wouldn't lie and be like, oh, I'm guilty, don't hang me. Because they would hang you either way, wouldn't they? I mean, if you say you're a witch, wouldn't they hang you anyways? I don't know much about it. I've never really studied up on it except what I learned in school, because I'm not really into it very much right now. Something I would explore in the future. But yeah, I think I would tell the truth. Back then I would have been like, no, I didn't do it. Number 9 is, how would you protect yourself during the zombie apocalypse? Where would you go if a loved one, your spouse, your parent, your child became a zombie? Would you be able to kill them or let them eat you? I have the zombie survival guide, so I've been studying up on that. I really do have that, but I can't remember what I read in it because it was so long ago. But I would go out where there's not a lot of people, so Montana probably, because Montana doesn't have a lot of people. How would I get there? I'd drive in a big tank or a Hummer or something like that. And I'd go where there's a less population. How would I survive? I'd get lots of guns, and I know where I can get lots of guns from. And I would, you know, pop them off one by one if I had to, I guess. Headshots, that's how you kill them. If my loved ones became zombies, would I kill them? Absolutely, because they're not then, they're zombies, so I would take their heads right off. I don't care. Not gonna let them eat me. Why would I let them eat me? If I was a zombie, like Charles said, though, I'd want to be a zombie. I wouldn't want anybody to kill me. I want to eat people's faces right off. That would be fun. I actually thought about that a lot before, and yeah, I'd want to be a zombie. But I also read in the zombie apocalypse guide that if you go up to higher elevations, they're less likely to get you. But I mean, I've seen in zombie movies that they can walk upstairs quite easily. I don't understand how. You think if you're a mindless zombie, you wouldn't know how to do the normal things in life, but I guess they can. Number 10, which do you prefer, raking leaves or shoveling snow? I don't shovel snow. I can't because of my back problems, but I have in the past, so I know what it's like, and I would prefer to rake leaves and then rake them all up in a pile and then take a real flying leap into them and jump in them and yay, spread them around and throw them, and then rake them up again and repeat, rake them up again and repeat for a while until it got boring, and then just rake them up and bag them up. I like jumping in leaf piles, and I haven't done that in a while. Yeah, that's fun. I like the fall much more than I like the winter. I don't like cold very much. It's not good for me. So that was that tag. Like I said, pat it back. You guys can do it if you want to. It'd be nice to see more of you do it. Thank you to all my new subscribers. If you guys left comments or messages for me and I haven't gotten back to you yet, I will try eventually to get back to you, and I'm not ignoring you on purpose, so don't think that. I'm not that kind of person. So yeah, I'm just really glad to be back on, and I'm hoping that at least once a week I can make a new video, and that would be really good. So thanks for watching again. Bye! This is ridiculous. I need some water. It's always 5 o'clock somewhere. I need a drink. Thirsty. A dry mouth. So we go in here, we try to find it, but we don't know our ABCs because I'm freaking up early, and there it is. Oh my god, I found it.